unveiled Trump RX, a state-of-the-art website for American consumers to purchase low-cost prescription drugs. This historic announcement will save millions of Americans their hard-earned money, so make sure to tune in tonight, and we will see all of you in the news media there. President Trump promised to restore law and order to the...
Live from Michigan Avenue, this is Good Day Chicago.
It is that Friday feeling. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Gabriela Primus.
I'm Brian Jackson. Here's a look at some of the stories we're following this morning.
People in one Indiana city voicing concerns regarding the construction of a new Amazon data center.
And new data shows the budget gap for the city of Chicago is actually way worse than anyone expected.
And taking a live look outside, we're tracking some snow showers for the Chicago area, how long they're supposed to last. But I will say, it's mighty balmy outside.
It is, and a little slippery too, Mike. Yeah.
Well, Brian, when he came in, was mentioning that you lost a little traction there.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Yeah, was not expecting that out there.
Well, we have a little, you can see that there from our shot from Shedd Aquarium. The visibility is reduced a little bit because it is snowing, albeit rather lightly. Here's another view from the roof of our building. Look across the river, and you see, yeah, it looks almost foggy out there because of the light snow that's coming down. This isn't a huge snowstorm, but it's going to create some scattered slippery conditions. You can see that snow sliding southeast. It'll be with us here during the morning hours. Temperatures, though, not that bad. We've got 30 at O'Hare, the Lakefront, Waukegan. Even the cold spots are not that too bad, not too shabby. 24 at Maryville and Kankakee. Once that snow starts to move in from the northwest, your temperatures will actually rise a little bit south. So we'll deal with a little light snow this morning, and then temperatures get above freezing this afternoon. Back to you.
City leaders in Hobart, Indiana are moving forward with building a new Amazon data center.
This comes despite pushback from many residents and city council members. The company told the city of Hobart it will construct multiple buildings for the $11 billion data center. It's also supposed to bring in more than 400 permanent full-time jobs, with the average pay at $37.44 an hour. About 100 people spoke against building the data center, saying it will ruin the city of Hobart.
The amount of land that you guys are going to be working in and moving is incredibly ridiculous and fast to me as someone who is in the construction industry. This stuff does not happen quickly unless, people are being paid to make sure it happens quickly.
Who do you think can afford this? Because Amazon can afford it, but your citizens can't. I mean, multiple times we've come up here and begged you to protect us.
Despite the pushback, the City Planning Commission approved a full permit for the data center. Amazon has not released any renderings yet. There could be up to 25 buildings at this site.
Well, for years, the public only knew her as Jane Doe. Now at 41 years old, Roshana Landfair speaks publicly for the very first time to reclaim her identity and share her story of abuse by singer R. Kelly. Landfair was introduced to R. Kelly when she was just 13 years old. She says the abuse began when she was only a child. At age 14, a videotape documenting the abuse was recorded. At 17, she found out that the tape had been seen by others. To R. Kelly's 2008 trial in Chicago, Landfair testified anonymously. She claims that few people advocated for her at the time due to fear of losing their jobs. Even though R. Kelly is now serving a federal prison sentence, Landfair tells our own Tia Ewing that the impact of what happened to her has followed her for decades.
I'm still the R. Kelly girl who got urinated on. There's no mercy in that, but I'm not trying to convince those people of otherwise. I'm just here to do the healing for people who have gone through similar situations as me.
In her book, Who's Watching Shorty? Reclaiming Myself from the Shame of R. Kelly's Abuse, she says the book is meant to raise awareness and encourage others to speak out.
A Chicago man is facing a murder charge following the death of a popular boat charter captain. Last Labor Day weekend, the body of Nabil Abzal was found in Lake Michigan. His drowning was considered suspicious. Police have now charged 34-year-old Alexis Trader. He's accused of hitting Abzal on the 200 block of North Lakefront Trail, causing him to fall into the lake.
A 17-year-old is facing multiple charges in connection to a mass shooting that happened after Chicago's tree lighting ceremony back in November. It happened right outside of the Chicago Theater on North State Street. 7 teenagers were hurt. Police say that the suspect is also facing charges for an armed robbery of a 38-year-old man. His name has not been released because he's a minor. Police arrested him this week in Hyde Park.
3 people, including 2 juveniles, were arrested following an officer-involved shooting on the city's south side. 2 officers were sent to the hospital. The shooting happened in the 8100 block of South Merrill Avenue in the South Chicago neighborhood. Officers were investigating reports of a stolen vehicle when the driver inside one of the vehicles tried to leave the area and hit a police squad car. That person ran from the scene and an officer fired a single gunshot. The 2 juveniles and 1 adult were later taken into custody.
Chicago City Council recently passed a budget that closed a $1 billion gap without the mayor's support. But a new study shows that deficit is actually way bigger than expected. The group known as Truth in Accounting put the report out saying that the city ended 2024 with a budget deficit of $41 billion. The group factored in a number of things, including the pension debt, money borrowed by the city and other agencies, all dealing with financial struggles. The group says that the new number gives Chicago residents a more honest accounting of what the city is really facing.
We think the voters are actually not getting what they really are able to pay for. And our report shows that because the $41.1 billion is our methodology of showing you all of the liabilities that Chicago has.
When it comes to cost per Chicago resident, it is at $43,000 per person.
With port traffic expected to grow, picketers at Iroquois Landing warn safety concerns could also increase. Iroquois Landing is the nation's largest inland port. This week, the American Great Lakes Port Association announced it is looking to expand cargo movement between the Great Lakes and the inland water system. But already, close to 700 million tons of cargo is moved each year. Picketers tell Fox Chicago they've been at Iroquois Landing for more than 250 days and claim there's plenty of unsafe conditions.
Honestly, I would say anywhere between 70 to 80% of the machines that we have here, tires that were severely worn down, brakes that didn't work at all, lighting that was just below standards, machines that had no horns, and these are machines that we use to lift anywhere between 10,000 pounds to 60,000 pounds. We want them to understand that as we arrive with 10 toes, 10 fingers, our lives intact, that's how we want to go to our families at the end of the day.
QSL released a statement saying there's no legal finding of any serious violation at the port. 4:37 now, the Chicago Bears took home some hardware from the NFL honors.
Mike Kaplan joins us now. Mike, good to see the Bears getting some love after our great season.
I see. I'm still in Orange Friday.
There you are, Mike.
I refuse to give that up. All right. The NFL Honors Award ceremony was held last night at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco. A beautiful location, by the way. Among the awards given was the inaugural Protector of the Year, and that was given to the league's most outstanding lineman over a single NFL season. Who's our winner? There he is, Joe Thuney, Bears left guard. He beat out 5 other offensive linemen to win that award. Thuney posted an overall Pro Football Focus grade of 79.4, ranking 5th among all NFL guards, and he finished 1st in pass blocking. Thuney helped reinforce the Bears O-line, allowing Caleb Williams to blossom this season. Speaking of number 18, he and DJ Moore took home the Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year award. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this one. Yeah, against the Packers. Caleb throwing that game-winning Hail Mary to DJ in Week 16 against the Packers, and that is what earned them the trophy. Now to the NBA. Bulls losing streak continues. In the second quarter, Raptors are up by 9. Brandon Ingram knocks down his 4th three-pointer of the half. Later in the second, newly acquired Jaden Ivey is going to intercept the pass here, give the ball to Modest Buzelis. He will throw it down. Let's watch this pretty slam. Two-hand flush. The Bulls' new additions combined for 50 in their debut, but the Bulls still lose in the end. No defense here, 123 to 107. And we're still trying to tally how many second-round picks the Bulls actually have moving forward. All right, let's talk about the weather. There is some snow coming down. Actually, look at it. It's actually picked up here compared with only 8 minutes or so ago. You can barely see the city. This is going to be a burst of snow that will slicken the road, so watch out for that, even as temperatures have warmed up this day. I think we're going to get above freezing for the first time since the 16th of January. Snow will be ending around 9, and we'll already be seeing temperatures getting a little bit above 32. There'll be some melting going on, especially whatever new snow has fallen. Could be an afternoon snow shower as temperatures begin to drop, and it is going to get cold again tonight and tomorrow. 30 with light snow at O'Hare, no wind, so the wind chill is the same as the temperature. The winds are going to pick up behind the cold front later today. 30 at the lakefront, 29 at Woodstock, 28 at Morris. Kankakee among the cold spots where it's 24. Gary, 28. Valparaiso, 25. Michigan City, your area may deal with some additional lake effect snow tonight into tomorrow morning. These are the temperature differences over 24 hours ago. It's 14 degrees warmer at Aurora, the lakefront, and Joliet. So we've seen a nice bump in temperatures. Yesterday's high, by the way, was 31. Visibility gives you an idea of how hard it's snowing. Looks like Woodstock has some of the lower visibility there. O'Hare, 3 miles. You know, this is not a huge snowstorm by any stretch, but you can see in green is where at least a minor accumulating snow is coming down. This is roughly most of Kane, Cook County, and Point South. Still a few more snow showers to the north, so we're going to keep that snow in the forecast here for a couple more hours. But our futurecast shows the departure of that snow here shortly after the morning commute. Back to you both.
Coming up on Good Day, officials are still searching for Savannah Guthrie's mother.
What we're hearing from her mother's neighbor coming up. Interesting development. Here's a look at our top stories. City leaders in Hobart, Indiana are moving forward with building a new Amazon data center. This comes despite pushback from many residents and city council members. The company told the city of Hobart it will construct multiple buildings for the $11 billion data center. Many people believe it will ruin the city of Hobart.
A new study shows the budget deficit for the city of Chicago is actually bigger than expected. The group known as Truth in Accounting put the report out saying the city ended 2024 with a budget deficit of $41 billion. who factored in a number of things, including the pension debt, money borrowed by the city, and other agencies dealing with financial struggles.
Chicago Bears offensive guard Joe Thuney wins the inaugural Protector of the Year award. It's given to the league's most outstanding lineman over a single NFL season. Thuney helped reinforce the Bears' O-line, allowing Caleb Williams to do his thing and blossom this season.
The search for the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie continues. Investigators announced a timeline of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance from her home in Tucson, Arizona. Included her returning home from a family dinner Saturday night and her doorbell camera disconnecting the next morning. Investigators also say that her pacemaker app disconnected about 30 minutes later. As the Guthrie family pleads for proof of life and Nancy's safe return, one neighbor says she's also concerned for her safety.
I've just been very alarmed over, not for my safety, to be honest. It's for Nancy. Just don't want to imagine what happened that night and what she might have felt at that moment.
As of now, there are no notable suspects in the case. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie or the arrest of anyone involved in her disappearance.
Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas gave her input on why the first installment of Cook County's property tax bills are being pushed back. Last year, property tax bills got delayed for months due to technical problems. But when we talked to Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas on Chicago Live, she said, actually, this didn't need to happen. 10 years ago, the county signed a contract with a tech company, and they were supposed to modernize the property tax system in 3 to 5 years. But that didn't happen. Instead of keeping the old system running, Pappas says the board shut it down. They only use the new one, which Pappas says doesn't work. This led to bills not going out. She says people in Cook County are still waiting on $168 million in refunds.
We can't write any checks because there's no system to send the checks out. I don't think very highly of this company. I asked the Board of Commissioners and Practical 7 years ago to cancel this contract. I've written 25 letters on it. And you know what? It's like talking to the wall. It's like looking for toilet paper in the bathroom. Everybody's like sucking their thumb and nobody listens.
The county's chief information officer made the call to not run both systems at once.
A May trial date is set for the politically charged Broadview 6 case. This is a group of Operation Midway Bliss protesters accused of conspiring to impede immigration agents at the Broadview ICE facility. If the trial date holds, it will come well after the March 17th Democratic primary in Illinois, where one of the defendants, Catherine Abug-Hazella, is running for the 9th Congressional District seat.
Ascension is expanding medication access to its patients. Officials cut the ribbon on a new Dispensary of Hope site in Hoffman Estates. The Dispensary of Hope program offers free medications to uninsured patients. To qualify, you must complete an application process, meet salary requirements, and have a prescription from your doctor. However, you don't need to be an Ascension patient to apply or be eligible. The Dispensary of Hope network encompasses more than 300 pharmacy sites across 38 states.
All right, time's now 4:47, and if you're getting out of the house this morning, you may be greeted by a little bit of snow out there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to walk in here and take a look.
Yeah.
Yes, I see some snow still falling over the city. Can't see the tops of the buildings there. You know, it's kind of a light to moderate snow, but it is going to be enough to create some slippery spots out there this morning. So plan on that. We'll obviously keep you posted on any delays and hopefully no major crashes out there, but watch out for possible slippery roads, especially on those less traveled roadways. Snow. I've got the radar once again keyed so that green is heavier snow than the blue, and you can see a pretty decent patch of snow sliding south through Chicagoland right now. This is going to be a quick hitter. We're talking about maybe another 3 hours or so of snow in the area. This is what our Futurecast is showing. Even by 7 o'clock, hardly anything left on the Illinois side. And then we'll shut things down later this morning. Cloud cover remains rather stout. During the afternoon, there can be a couple of spotty snow showers, maybe a brief punch of some heavier snow for a couple minutes, and it'll also be, hopefully, a few peaks of late afternoon sunshine. The area that will continue to see some lake effect snow is mainly in southwest Michigan, but that might clip into maybe LaPorte County. And again, not expecting much snow there. During the day tomorrow, mixture of clouds and sun, but it will be colder tomorrow. It's kind of a one-day shot of colder air. After we get above freezing today, temperatures are going to be chilly, and then we get the big warm up here. Sunday, probably right at freezing. And then here come the 40s. Let's look at it. Today, 36 for the high with that snow. Here, let me see if I can get this back here. That didn't stay up there too long. Northwest winds are going to pick up. Right now, there's hardly any wind. That will change. Watch for another brief afternoon snow shower. Tonight, gradual clearing and cold, 10 degrees. And there could be some Indiana lake effect snow, especially eastern Porter County east. 24, that's it for the high tomorrow. Then we get back to freezing Sunday and then 40s plus all next week with a shot at a 50. I'm going to go 48 on Tuesday. A little bit of rain sneaking in the picture on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Well, coming up on Good Day, a local McDonald's restaurant receives a big award.
How workers were able to raise money for a good cause. Welcome back. Young dancers from around Illinois are competing for a shot at the premier training school for ballet. Auditions for Youth America Grand Prix are being held throughout this weekend. Dancers are competing in hopes of receiving scholarships to top schools and companies worldwide. For many of the dancers, becoming a part of the esteemed Joffrey School means achieving the highest level of excellence.
This is a pipeline for dancers to sort of move from where they are as students into maybe different schools and possibly into a professional career as a dancer. There's about 450 alumni that are performing professionally in about 80 different companies, and this is the biggest ballet scholarship program there is, giving away almost $500,000 this year. As it works as a pipeline, these dancers are already in really wonderful schools, but it'll give them an opportunity to maybe get into a school or get a scholarship in their training, or be in a school that's affiliated with a professional company, which would then lead into maybe a training as a trainee or into a professional company.
They are such athletes. The auditions will be held at the Lund Auditorium at the Dominican University Performing Arts Center that's located in River Forest. Good luck to all the dancers.
Well, at McDonald's in Zion just got an award, and it's something that sounds kind of small, but it's actually very big. They won for Most Improved for the Roundup program. This happens when you order and they ask if you want to round up. Well, those pennies actually go to the Ronald McDonald House. January of last year, the store just raised $68. By December, $2,600. The crew started explaining where the money goes. People started saying yes across the region. McDonald's pulled in $3.5 million. Ali Lopez runs the store. She says once people understood where the money was going, they were down to donate.
We did have a big increase because we're able to know what Ronald McDonald's is and how we could explain it to our customers, because a lot of them don't know. So being able to just let them know it's for the children, it's for the families, it's to help them just have it a little bit easier even though they're going through hard times.
For the last 5 years, 41 families from Zion have stayed at the houses. The owner behind this store saw his whole operation go from $10,000 in 2023 to $50,000 in 2024.
Wow. Okay, we're getting a look at what the new concourse at O'Hare is going to look like. Construction is happening right now. On Concourse D, there will be 19 flexible gates, and the design is very futuristic with an arched roof, skylight, and a ton of windows. But eventually, there will be a tunnel connecting Concourse D to Terminal 2, which will be rebuilt into a global terminal.
Looks beautiful, right? Well, lions at the Brookfield Zoo Chicago get a little extra enrichment. The zoo uses recycled Christmas trees to let Titus and Brutus smell and play with them. Fun fact, though, and this is very terrifying, zookeepers say that lions can locate their prey from 5 miles away. They have about 200 million scent receptors. That is like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm trying to think, what's 5 miles away from here? So like Humboldt Park, like, and the lion can smell us from there. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean that's a reach. That is a reach, and to be able to smell it. I think sharks also have a remarkable ability to detect, blood in the water from a distance.
Stay out of the jungle and the ocean.
I have something.
Stay home.
I got something unusual to show you here. You can see the snow coming down over the city right there over the bean. But come on over here and let me show you something that just happened along the lakefront. Lightning. We have thunder snow happening. Take a look at this flash showing up there. This looks like it's right over Montrose Harbor. Let's zoom in there and see. Yep, there you go. Look at that lightning. It just happened a little while ago. Now it's already, did it vanish on me here? Take my word for it. It happened there. We had a flash of lightning. And there, it popped up again. See, watch right there, okay? So, when you get lightning, that's a good sign of instability in the atmosphere, and whenever that happens, there's a burst of heavier snow taking place. It will not last long in any location. We're not expecting any big storms. In fact, you can see that snow is already starting to exit stage right. We've got 31 at Rockford and DeKalb, where it's not snowing. 25 at Valparaiso. You'll get in on some of that snow. 28 degrees at Midway, some snow falling. Today, morning snow is going to end here in the next couple of hours. We're going to hit 36 degrees, though, this afternoon, even with a couple more snow showers kicking off behind a cold front. We'll get a northwest wind picking up at 15 to 25 miles per hour. But the best news, what's happening next week to the temperatures. Yes, we get above freezing today. Then we get punched with a cold shot tomorrow. Back up to freezing on Sunday. Then 42 Monday, 48 Tuesday. I so want to go 50 on Tuesday. Wednesday, a chance for a rain shower with a high of 42. Then we'll be close to 40 degrees on Thursday. So after tomorrow, some much milder air to enjoy. 4:57. We'll be back with more of Good Day after this.